Okay. So before we start, I just want to confirm that you guys can hear me. Please leave a comment if you can hear me. Leave a comment so I'll be sure that you guys can hear me clearly. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Kokitsu. Yeah. Okay, so today we're looking at indices. Before we go into the laws that govern indices, we need to first of all know what indices actually is. You see, most times when students are learning mathematics, they don't know what the topic is about, therefore they cannot really understand what the whole concept is about. So an indices is a number that is in index form. So indices, index. So the plural of index form is indices. Okay, so a number is said to be I just want to confirm if this pass. Okay, I think it's okay for TikTok. Let me see on YouTube, please. Okay, it's also okay on YouTube. Okay. A number is said to be in index form when it multiplies itself lots of times. So a number is said to be in index form when it multiplies itself lots of times or a couple of times. So for example, if I have the number t to the power of 3, t to the power of 3, t to the power of 3 is a number in index form. But what does this mean? T to the power of 3 simply means t is multiplying itself 3 times. So it means t times t times t. So whenever you see something like this, t to the power of 3, it means that t is multiplying itself 3 times. If you see something in this form, 4 to the power of 5, it means that this number here is multiplying itself 5 times. So it is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So a number in index form shows that a particular number is multiplying itself a couple of times. Okay? So this power, this number here, shows how many times this number is multiplying itself. This one here shows how many times this one is multiplying itself. Yeah, Musa, how are you? It's been a long time. Of course I remember you. How is your mom? Hope she's doing well. Say hello to her for me. Okay. So Musa, help me tap on the screen. Thank you. So 4 to the power of 5 means 4 is multiplying itself 5 times. So whenever you have a number in index form, for example, you have 2 to the power of 5. So 2 to the power of 5 is a number in index form. So what does this number here mean? And what does this number mean? Or what is this number called? What is this number called? This number here is called the power or exponent, while this other one is called the base. Okay, so take note of this. The smaller one at the top is called the power or exponent, while this one over here is called the base. So as we go along, we're going to see how these two interplay with each other. Okay, so let's go through what we have just done, because the next thing we're going to do is go looking at the laws of indices. Okay, so a number is said to be in index form when it multiplies itself lots of times. Okay, so we looked at t to the power of 3. T to the power of 3 means t is multiplying itself 3 times. We also looked at 4 to the power of 5. 4 to the power of 5 means 4 is multiplying itself 5 times. And then we said that when you have a number in index form, it consists of two numbers, the number at the top power. The number at the bottom, which is a larger number, is called the base. So both of them together is called indices or index number. So a combination of both of them is called index number. So an index number, or a number in indices, or an index number here, is made up of two numbers, the power and the base. Okay, so now we are going to see the laws governing how to solve questions on indices. So let's continue. We are going to look at laws of indices. Yeah, for those of you on YouTube, thanks for joining. I know most of you came from the WhatsApp group, or all of you, I think, came from the WhatsApp group. As we go along, I'm going to discuss more about the benefit of joining the live class. So let's look at the laws of indices. So today we are going to look at 4 laws, and then on Friday conclude the topic. Okay? So the first law of indices is the law of addition, or addition law. The first law of indices is the addition law. What's the addition law state? When you are multiplying two index numbers with the same base, all you need to do is add the powers. Okay, so that's the summary of the law, the addition law. When you multiply two index numbers with the same base, you simply add the powers or exponents. So whenever you are multiplying two numbers or two index numbers with the same base, so one of the things you must check is, are the bases the same? So for you to apply this law, the bases must be the same. So for example, if you have a to the power of b multiplied by a to the power of c, in this situation, both bases are the same. Both bases are a, although the powers are different, but the bases are the same. So once you are multiplying indices with the same base, all you need to do is add the powers. So this will be equal to a to the power of b plus c. So you pick one of the two bases and then you add the powers. You pick one of the two bases and then you add the powers. How do we know that this is correct? How do we know that this law is correct? We are going to see how we can confirm that. Okay? So can I go ahead to wipe this off and then write something else? Seconds. While those of you on YouTube are writing, and every other person too on TikTok is writing, if you want to join the WhatsApp group, all you need to do, if you're on TikTok and you want to join the WhatsApp group, all you need to do is go to my bio, click the link, and then there are different options. Click on the option that says join the free WhatsApp group. So you can just join, because when you are part of the WhatsApp group, you have the opportunity to vote for the topic we are going to learn. Also, we also have a second group, an interactive group for students, where you can ask questions among yourselves and help each other out. So let's continue. So let's see why this is correct. Let's say I have b to the power of 5 multiplied by b to the power of 2. b to the power of 5 multiplied by b to the power of 2. Applying this law of addition, we observe that the bases are the same. Therefore, we need to add the exponents. So b to the power of 5 plus 2. b to the power of 5 plus 2 is going to give us b to the power of 7. Alright? It's going to give us b to the power of 7. But how are we sure that our answer is correct? Remember, a number in index form shows how many times the base is multiplied itself. So b to the power of 5 is b times b times b times b times b. b multiplying itself 5 times. That's what it means when we say b to the power of 5. And it is multiplying b to the power of 2. That means it is multiplying b times b. So since all these values are multiplying each other, in multiplication you have the cumulative rule, where no matter how you arrange the multiplication, you are supposed to get the same answer. So all we need to do is remove the brackets, and we have b times b times b times b times b times b times b. So just by removing the brackets, we can see that b is multiplying itself 7 times. And when b multiplies itself 7 times, it simply means b to the power of 7, because the exponent shows how many times the base is multiplying itself, right? So b to the power of 7. So this proves to us that whenever you have two bases that are the same multiplying each other, all you need to do is add the exponents to get your answer. So let's look at another example. Let's look at another example. Let me wipe this off. Hope I can wipe this off. Those of you on TikTok, because the phone I have in front of me is connected to TikTok, I think I should also connect myself to YouTube. Probably I need a second phone. Okay, so but let me wipe this off. Let's look at another example. Okay, so if we have example, so remember we are still on the first law, the addition law. If you have 5b to the power of 2 multiplied by 2b to the power of 3. So let's see how to solve this. 5b to the power of 2 multiplied by 2b to the power of 3. So the safest way to go about this is the two numbers, which are the coefficients, put them in one bracket, 5 times 2. And then in a second bracket, you can put b to the power of 2 times b to the power of 3. They are just the same thing. Okay? All we did was we separated the numbers from the alphabets. That's all we did. So with this, we can simply do 5 times 2 gives us 10, and then b to the power of 2 times b to the power of 3, we have b to the power of 2 plus 3. b to the power of 2 plus 3. Okay? So, and we've learned that b to the power of 2 plus 3, this is going to give us b to the power, 10b to the power of 5. 10b to the power of 5. Very simple. Let me check those on YouTube. Let me see how the screen is. Okay. So we'll look at another example shortly. 1 minute. Okay, let's look at another example. So if we have 6x to the power of 2 times 3x to the power of 0. Give me a minute. Sorry, those on YouTube, it seems the internet was disconnected. Sorry about that. Okay, so 6x to the power of 2 multiplied by 3x to the power of 0. So just as we did in the previous example, we bring the numbers together. So this will be 6 times 3 into x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 0. Are we correct? Okay, so next we multiply these two values together. So this will give us 6 times 3 will give us 18, and then we have x to the power of 2 plus 0. X to the power of 2 plus 0. X to the power of 2 plus 0. And x to the power of 2 plus 0 is going to give us 2. So we have 18x to the power of 2. That becomes the answer. 18x to the power of 2. Thank you so much for joining the live, all of you. I so much appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Those of you on TikTok, you can join my WhatsApp group. The link to join the WhatsApp group is on my bio. You can just click the link and then your way to the WhatsApp group. Okay? So while we wait, I'd like you guys to solve this question. Where do I write it? (4x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 5 times 5x to the power of 2. Yeah, I'd like you guys to solve this. Let's see. In 2 minutes before, and then we'll go to the next law of indices. 4x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 5 times 5x to the power of 2. So that there will be no confusion, let me just change it to a dot. So the dots represent multiplication. So 5x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 5 multiplied by 5x to the power of 2. If you cannot, when you have your answer, if you cannot write it in this form, you can just write it as a statement. If you want to write O level, you can just join my WhatsApp group, and little by little, you'll be prepared for it. You'll be prepared for it. My live classes hold Wednesdays 8 p.m. Nigerian time, Fridays 8 p.m. Nigerian time. At least for now. Those are the times for my live classes. So, hope you guys are attempting this question. Let me see what the YouTube session is like. Those of you on YouTube, I'm so glad that you joined. Thank you. I believe you guys are from the WhatsApp group. At the end of the class, I'll be giving you guys an assignment. The assignment is just for those on the WhatsApp group, because if you're not on the WhatsApp group, there's no way we can receive your assignment and know what you've done. So at the end of the class, you have an assignment to practice. Okay. So let's continue. Has anybody gotten the answer? 20x to the power of 10, okay? 20x to the power of 10. Someone else, 20x to the power of 10. Okay. Oh, the YouTube comment section seems to be blocked. I'll find a way to work on that. Just give me a minute, let me see. It's my first time on using YouTube, so sorry. So let me see how that works. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so many persons are getting the answer as 20x to the power of 10. Let's see how that goes. So let's see. So we have 4x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 5 multiplied by 5x to the power of 2. So bringing the numbers together, the coefficient of x here is 1. So we have 4 times 1 times 5. And then in the second bracket we have x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 2. So 4 times 1 times 5 will give you 20. Then you have x to the power of 3 plus 5 plus 2. 3 plus 5 plus 2 is going to give us 10. So we have 20x to the power of 10. Okay, well done guys. Well done. Well done. Okay, so let's look at subtraction law. So we've seen addition law. Let's look at subtraction law. Subtraction law. So we've seen how to solve questions on indices when it involves multiplication of the bases or multiplication of the indices. So in that situation we are going to add the exponent. But when you are dividing index numbers, with the same base, all you need to do is subtract the second exponent from the first exponent. So when you are dividing index numbers with the same base, subtract the second exponent from the first exponent. So if you have a to the power of b divided by a to the power of c, all you need to do is a to the power of b minus c. A to the power of b minus c. Please help me tap on the screen so that other students can join the live. Please tap on the screen. Thank you so much. Let's take the likes to 5,000 likes. Help me take the likes to 5,000 likes. Thank you. Okay, so when you have the same basis and you are dividing, all you need to do is subtract the second exponent from the first exponent. So we're going to look at a few examples. Thank you so much for tapping on the screen. So let's look at a few examples. I'm going to wipe this off while I leave this. So if you have y to the power of 6 divided by y to the power of 2, y to the power of 6 divided by y to the power of 2. So what you're going to have using this subtraction law is y to the power of 6 minus 2. And that will give us y to the power of 4. Very simple. How do we know that we are correct? How do we know that what we are doing is correct? Remember, y to the power of 6 is y times y times y times y times y times y. Y to the power of 6 means y is multiplying itself 6 times. So let's write that. Y times y, y times y times y. So y to the power of 6, okay, we still have one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y to the power of 6 means y is multiplying itself 6 times. Divided by y to the power of 2. Divided by y to the power of 2 is y times y. So we have y times y. So let's see what is going to be left. 1y is going to cancel out 1y. 1y is going to cancel out 1y. So how many y will be left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Y to the power of 4. So that confirms that this process is correct. Okay? So it confirms that that process is correct. Whenever you have two index numbers with the same base, one dividing the other, all you need to do is subtract the second exponent from the first exponent. Okay, let's look at other examples. One minute. Okay, let's continue. So let's look at an example. 18 x to the power of 7 divided by 3x to the power of 2. 18x to the power of 7 divided by 3x to the power of 2. So just as we did in the first example, the numbers, we bring them together, we put them in one parenthesis. So we have 18 divided by 3 in one parenthesis, so that the values with x can be in one parenthesis. So we have x to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 2. So this makes it very easy. It reduces the complexity of the work. So we can simply say 18 divided by 3, and that gives us 6. And then x to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 2 gives you x to the power of 7 minus 2. And our final answer will be 6x to the power of 5. That becomes the answer. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We're almost at 5,000 likes. Thank you guys. Okay. So let's look at another example. So remember, if you're just joining, I go live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Depending on where you are right now, the time right now in Nigeria is 8:43. So you can compare it with your time. So I started the live about 43 minutes or 40 minutes ago. So I start my live sessions 8 p.m. Nigerian time on Wednesdays and on Fridays. So you can join the live session. I also come live on Saturday, but on Saturdays, what I do is I share with people how to grow their TikTok platform. Okay, and if you check my TikTok app, I have almost 400,000 followers. So on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Nigerian time, I teach content creators how to grow their platform. Okay, let's continue with maths. So another example, we have 12x to the power of 4, y to the power of 3 divided by 3x to the power of 2y. So let's look at this question. It's a little bit different from the ones we've been solving. The difference is we have been working with one variable. Remember, the alphabet in an algebra is called a variable. So in our previous questions, we've been solving questions involving one variable, but in this particular question, we have two variables. So let's see how to go about it. It's still very simple to solve. So just as we did, we bring the coefficient, which is the number, in parentheses. So 12 divided by 3. And then we bring the various variables in different parentheses. So bring the x's together. So have x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 2. We put them together. I will bring y to the divided by y. But remember, y is the same thing as y to the power of 1. So it's the same thing. Okay. So next, 12 gives us 4. And then we have x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 2. That gives us x to the power of 4 minus 2. Y to the power of 3 divided by y, which is y to the power of 1. That gives us y to the power of 3 minus 1. And our answer will be 4x. 4 minus 2 gives us 2. And 3 minus 1 gives us 2. Okay? That becomes the answer to this question. So it's quite easy to solve questions involving indices as long as you are obeying the laws of indices. Oh, Alpha Koroma, nice to see you from Sierra Leone. Yes, I'm on YouTube, Lucy. Right now, I was live on YouTube, but the network was bad, so I had to end the live. My YouTube channel is the same name as the one I have on TikTok, Agbanimas Academy. This live session, I'll be reposting it on my YouTube channel. So anytime you miss my live session, you can just simply go to my YouTube channel and watch it whenever you are available. So I repost my live sessions on YouTube. Okay, so we've seen the addition law, we've seen the subtraction law. So let's go further to look at the zero index law. Zero index law. Zero index law. Oh, you guys have not attempted any questions. So you guys should try this before we continue. So I always give classwork so that students can participate in the class activity. A, 5 to the power of 2 divided by 5 to the power of 6. B, 4a b to the power of 3 divided by 2a sorry b to the power of 5. Okay, so you guys should attempt that and leave your answer in the comment section. Attempt that and leave your answer in the comment section. Yeah, the person who said give trials, yeah, I've given 2 questions. You guys should attempt those 2 questions in the next 5 minutes. So once you are done with the question, you can just leave the answer in the comment section. Okay, so the first question, the answer to the first one is 5 to the power of minus 3. Okay, one person, Kobe, got 5 to the power of minus 3. Okay, who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, someone said raised to minus 4. Okay. Is it 1 raised to minus 4, or is it supposed to be 1 or 5? The minus 4 is correct, but how did you get 1? How did you get 1? How did you get 1? 5, okay? 5 to the power of minus 4, okay? Okay, what about the second question? Second question. Who has the answer to the second question? Second question. Five to the power of minus 4. Yeah, that's for the first question. Now we are looking at second question now. Second question. Yeah, 1 minute more. 1 minute more before we go ahead with what we are doing. Just 1 minute more. Two a to the power of 3, b to the power of 2, okay? B to the power of 2, b to the power of 2. Are we going to have b to the power of 2? Are we going to have b to the power of 2? That's for the second question. Are we going to have b to the power of 2? Okay, our time is up for the classwork. 2 raised to the power of minus minus 2. Okay, minus 2. Minus 2. Okay. So let's see how it is. Okay, let's see how it is. Let's look at the first one. The first one is quite easy, so we'll solve the first one first. So first one is 5 to the power of 2 minus 6. And 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So the answer to the first question is 5 to the power of minus 4. Okay, so congratulations to those that got the answer. I don't know how to, some live sessions that I see, they normally make a sound to congratulate those who are doing well in the live session, but I don't know how to do that. Probably I'll learn it as time goes on. Okay, so let's look at the second question. I'll wipe this off. So for the second question, we bring the numbers into one bracket, 4 divided by 2. We bring A into one bracket, A to the power of 4 divided by 8. For A is same as A to the power of 1. And we bring B's to one bracket, B to the power of 3 divided by B to the power of 5. Okay. So 4 divided by 2 gives us 2. A to the power of 4 divided by A to the power of 1 gives us A to the power of 4 minus 1. B to the power of 3 divided by B to the power of 5 gives us B to the power of 3 minus 5. And that would be 2 to the power 2, A to the power of 3, and B to the power of minus 2. So that would be the correct answer. Congratulations to everyone that got the answer correct. Okay. Congratulations to as many who got the answer correct. Good, good. Okay, so now we are going to the next law. So we've looked at 2 laws today. The first law is the addition law. The second law is the subtraction law. So the next law we are looking at is the zero index law. Let's look at it. Zero index law. So this law states that any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. This law states that any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So that's what the law states. Any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So those of you that have not joined my WhatsApp group, you can go to my bio, click on the link, and then join my WhatsApp group. The benefit of joining the WhatsApp group is you'll be able to vote for the topic that we'll learn for any particular week. For this week, the students voted for log reading, but we had to come up with a compromise because it's better to learn about indices, then after learning about indices, then you go to learn about log reading. So if you are in the WhatsApp group, you'll be able to determine what we'll learn in the live session. And secondly, we have a second WhatsApp group where students have the opportunity to interact with each other. It's a regulated WhatsApp group where students are able to interact with each other, help each other out. Probably if you have a question you want to ask from what you're learning in school, someone among the students probably who has done that topic will be able to help you out. So that's the second group that we have. It's an interactive group for students. Then also at the end of every of the live sessions, there will be classwork at the end. Okay, at the end of the live session, so you can go through the classwork, do the classwork, and submit it to us for marking. And at the end of each month, the best students have opportunity to win cash gifts. Okay, so students that are serious, yeah, the link to my WhatsApp group is on my bio or in my bio, so you can just There are two links. One link to my one-on-one tutoring, that's not the one. The link to the free WhatsApp group, that's the one you should click, except you want to have one-on-one tutoring with me, which is a paid service. Okay. So the zero index law, any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Any base, any number as a base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So if you have 2 to the power of 0, this is equal to 1. If you have 500 to the power of 0, this is equal to 1. So any base, 2 is a base, 500 is a base, so any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. We are going to see why that is the case. Why is it that any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1? We are going to see why it is like that. So it was not something that was just done by guesswork. It is something that also obeys the laws of indices. Okay, so 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. 500 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. 1 million to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Any base to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Someone is saying the link is not there. Okay, if you can't find the link, I know some persons have been saying they can't find the link. You can send me a DM stating that you were in the live class and then you could not find the link. Then I will send you my number, or you can drop your number for me to add you to the group. So you tell me you were in the live class, then you could not find the link, and then drop your number, and then I'll add you to the group. Thank you. Okay, so why is this the case? Let's see why. Let's see the proof. Let's see the proof for this. So let's say we have 2 to the power of 0. We agree that 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. But let's look at 0 for a minute. 0 is the same thing as, if I have 1 minus 1, this is equal to 0. Right? If I have 2 minus 2, this is equal to 0. If I have 3 minus 3, this is equal to 0. Any number subtracting itself will give you 0. So what we can do here is, instead of having 0, we can replace it with 1 minus 1. We can replace it with 2 minus 2. We can replace it with 3 minus 3, any number you like. But as long as the number is subtracting itself. But for us to do our work easily, let's use 2 minus 2. So instead of having this, we are going to have this. So this will be equal to 2 to the power of 2 minus 2. Okay, so this is equal to 2 to the power of 0 is same thing as 2 to the power of 2 minus 2, because 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, right? Next, let's apply the law of subtraction for a minute. Looking at this, we can apply the law of subtraction. The law of subtraction says when you have two indices with the same base dividing each other, you can subtract the second exponent from the first. So this thing is the same thing as 2 to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of 2. Does anybody agree? If you agree with what I just did, put in the comment section, I agree. Chamba, you're welcome. Or Chomba, you're welcome. If you agree with what just happened here, between here and here, just leave I agree on the comment section. Okay, good. So 2 to the power of 2 minus 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of 2. Now let's go further. 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4 divided by 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4. And we know that 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So this proves that any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So no matter the number you put here, you are still going to get 1. No matter the number you fix here, if you fix 3 minus 3, if you fix 10 minus 10, if you fix 20 minus 20, whatever number you put here, at the end of the day, you will get 1. So that shows that any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay? So let's look at an example. Yeah, we've gotten to 5,000 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's continue. So let's look at a simple example here. So if you have example, very simple example, 3 to the power of 4, b to the power of 3 times y to the power of 0. b to the power of 3 times y to the power of 0. Thank you so much. For motion, thank you. Okay, this law, what should I say again? The law we are looking at is zero index law. Zero index. Okay, so b to the power of 3 times y to the power of 0. Now I want to ask a question. Can we use the addition law here? Can we use the addition law here? Excuse me. Can we use the addition law? In this situation, can we use the addition law? Remember, we've looked at the addition law. If someone says yes, no. Yeah, we have 1 yes, 2 no, another yes, another yes. Can we use the addition law here? Remember, the addition law says that when you have 2 indices with the same base, then you can add the powers. But in this situation, the bases are not the same. The bases are not the same. So we cannot apply the addition law because the bases are not the same. So what we can now apply is, we can try out the zero law, because anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So that's our way out here. So we have b to the power of 3 times 1. b to the power of 3. Yeah, the sign is multiplication, but the bases are not the same. For you to apply the additional rule when you are multiplying, the bases have to be the same. Bases have to be the same. So here the base is b, here the base is c, here the base is y. So they are not the same. So since the bases are not the same, you can't apply addition law. But you can apply the zero index law, because y to the power of 0, or anything to the power of 0, is equal to 1. So 1 times b to the power of 3 will give you b to the power of 3. Okay. So we are almost done with today's class. So we are looking at 4 laws today, and then on Friday we will look at the remaining laws. So if you want to join the WhatsApp group, connect with me on my bio. There's a link over there that will take you to my assistant. She will connect you to my WhatsApp group. But if you can't do that, if you cannot find the WhatsApp group, then if you cannot find the link to the WhatsApp group, then you can send me a DM stating that you were in the live session. You were part of the live session, but you could not find the link, and then I will send you my number. Yeah, you too. Take care. I'll send you my number, or you can leave your number so I can add you in the WhatsApp group. So let's continue. So we've looked at the addition rule, we've looked at the subtraction rule, we've looked at the zero index rule. Now we are looking at the product rule. Product rule. Or product law, sorry. Having a power. So when raising an expression having a power to another power, keep the base and multiply the powers. So when raising an exponent having a power to another power, keep the base and multiply the powers. For example, if you have a to the power of b all to the power of c, a to the power of b all to the power of c. So you are this expression here is now have a has the power of b, and both of them now have a power of c. So all you need to do is a to the power of b times c. So in this case, you are multiplying the exponent or the powers. So this will give us a to the power of bc. Okay, a to the power of bc. Now let's look at an example. Let's look at an example, a simple one first. Simple one. I hope I can wipe this out. Okay, let me wipe it out. So if you have 3 to the power of 5 raised to the power 3, 3 to the power of 5 raised to the power of 3. So from the law of, from the introduction we had when we are looking at the beginning of the class, we said an exponent shows how many times a number is multiplying itself. An exponent shows how many times a number is multiplying itself, correct? So this is the same thing as 3 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 5. Because this is multiplying, has an exponent of 3. So this entire expression has an exponent of 3. So this to the power of 5 times this to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 5. So using the law of addition, this is the same thing as 3 to the power of 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 3 to the power of 15. So this is one way of looking at it, right? This is one way of looking at it. But actually, the way you can easily solve it is, if you have 3 to the power of 5, this is simply 3 to the power of 5 times 3. Okay? That's just a simple way of solving it, which will give us 3 to the power of 15, the same as this. So this is the way you should solve it. I was just using this one to show you the process. Okay. So we're almost done with today's class. Almost done with today's class. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate your kindness. God bless you to wealth. So let's look at some examples or other examples. If you have example, simplify. Three n to the power of 2 raised to 3. Thank you for the likes. Well, nice to meet you, Wabuko. Nice to meet you. Okay, so we have 3n to the power of 2 all to the power of 3. So just as we said, the exponents will multiply each other. But for us to do it easily, we need to write down the exponent of this. Yeah, we know that the exponent of m is 2. But what's the exponent of 3? Does anybody know the exponent of 3? What's the exponent of 3? What's the exponent of 3? Does anybody know the exponent? 3 is the same thing as 3 to the power of what? 1, exactly 1. So whenever you don't see the exponent, you know that the exponent that is there is 1. So let's bring it out. So we have 3 to the power of 1, m to the power of 2, all to the power of 3. So since 3 is inside the bracket, then this exponent outside the bracket also affects the exponent of 3. But if 3 is outside the bracket, then this exponent does not affect it. So you should always be careful to know if the value is inside the bracket or outside the bracket. So the way you go about it will be a little bit different if the value is inside or if the value is outside. So now this 3 is going to multiply 1 and 3 is going to multiply 2. So we're going to have 3, 1 times 3, and 2 times 3. 3 is going to multiply 1, 3 is going to multiply 2. So we are going to have 3 to the power of 3, m to the power of 6. So who can tell us 3 to the power of 3? What's 3 to the power of 3? What's 3 to the power of 3? Yeah, someone is asking why. Let's look at this. If you have a to the power of ab to the power of c, this c is multiplying the exponent of a. But how about if we have x, y to the power of 2? Let's use this example. Now, x has an exponent of 1, y has an exponent of 1. So since both of them are inside the bracket, this external exponent is going to multiply each of their exponents because they are both influenced by this external exponent. They are both influenced by this external exponent. So this will be x to the power of 1 times 2, y to the power of 1 times 2. So each of them will be affected because bracket means that whatever is inside here is influenced by this. That's what the bracket means. So if one of them is not affected by it, then that value will be outside the bracket. But once it is inside the bracket, it is part of the values that the external exponent is affecting. Okay? So that means 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So we have 27 m to the power of 6. That becomes our answer. 27 m to the power of 6. Okay. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Yeah, if there are two variables, you multiply both of them you multiply both their exponents by the external exponent. So the exponent of those two variables will be multiplied by the external exponent. Yeah, the next example is going to look at that. What if it is only one variable in the bracket? Okay, the next example we consider that and answer that question. So let's look at the next example. Thank you guys. We're at 7,000 likes. We are doing very well. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at another example. Okay, so let's look at this example. Here we have 3d e to the power of 3, and then we have 4. We have 3d e to the power of 3 raised to power 4. So in this particular case, we can see that 3 is outside the brackets. So now, unlike the first example we did, where 3 was inside the bracket, in this case, 3 is outside the bracket. This means that this exponent is not going to influence 3. This exponent 4 is only going to influence d and e, but it's not going to influence 3 because 3 is outside the bracket, right? So let's solve it. So this will be 3 parentheses. The exponent of d is 1. So we have d to the power of 1, e to the power of 3, 4. Okay. So using our product rule, using the product rule, we're going to have 3 into d, 1 times 4, e, 3 times 4. So in this case, you can see that 4 does not affect d. Sorry, 4 does not affect 3. It doesn't affect 3. 4 does not affect 3 in this particular situation because 3 is outside the bracket. When the value is inside the bracket, it is different from when the value is outside the bracket. Okay, so we're going to have 3. D has 1 times 4, so d to the power of 4, and e has 3 times 4, which is e to the power of 12. So that becomes the answer. So always observe if a value is inside the bracket or the value is outside the bracket. The way you go about solving it is a little bit different for those two situations. Okay? Yeah, one more question, then we are done for today. One more question and then we are done for today. Remember, if you want to join the my WhatsApp group, you are free to. Sorry, 1 minute. So if you want to join my WhatsApp group, as I said some time ago, you can just go to my bio, click the link over there, and then you can join my WhatsApp group. My WhatsApp group is divided into 2 groups, an interactive session for students where students, you can ask questions. Probably if you have an assignment that is difficult for you, you can take a picture of it and send it to the group, and someone among the students, not myself, among the students, someone who is able to do it can just help you solve it and also explain it to you, maybe by voice note and all that. So it's an interactive platform for students that are serious to improve their performance. I and my team monitor the group to ensure that there is safety and then moral standards are observed. Then the second group, my YouTube channel is Agbani Maths Academy, the same name on YouTube, Agbani Maths Academy. If you go to my link, my bio, you can also see a link to my YouTube channel. So, someone say, excuse me, sir. Yeah. Also, while I'm waiting for you to make your comments, I have a TikTok growth class for those that want to grow their TikTok platform. Okay, on Saturdays, 12 Nigerian time, I come on to share how I have grown my platform from 0 to almost 400,000 followers. And I have not been going live. This is one of the few live sessions I've done. So how have I been doing that? That I'll be teaching on Saturday. But my maths tutorials live classes are Wednesdays 8 p.m. Nigerian time and Fridays 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So you can just put that in your bookmark to always remember to join. But if you miss my live classes on TikTok, I will be reposting it on my YouTube channel. Okay, so you can just simply go to my YouTube channel and watch any live class that you missed. Then, if you are part of my WhatsApp group, I'll be giving assignments at the end of each live session, just like this live session. I'll give an assignment, but the assignment is only for my students in my WhatsApp group. So they have the opportunity to do the assignment submit the assignment, and at the end of each month, we'll be looking at the best students based on performance and commitment, and they'll be giving out gifts to them. We'll send it will be cash gift actually. We'll send it to their bank accounts in their countries. But basically, it's for African students because my app can only send to about 20 African countries, which I have posted in my WhatsApp group. Okay, let's solve the last question for tonight. Thank you so much for your presence. Example. We have minus a to the power of 3 to the power of 2 times a to the power of 4 all over minus a to the power of raised to the power 5. Okay. So this will be the final question for today. Let's see how it goes. So we have minus a to the power of 3 raised to the power 2 times a to the power of 4. They have minus a to the power of 5. Some students might fail this if they are not careful. Some students might fail this if they are not careful. It looks easy, but if you're not careful, you might fail it. First thing you need to do in order to be safe is to set the numbers here. Is there any number in front of a to the power of 3 here? Is there any number here? Who can tell me the number here? Because if you don't know the number there, then you might end up failing the question. What's the number here? Someone say no. Somebody say 1. Another person say 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. What about this minus sign? Is it there for fancy? Correct. Minus 1. Minus 1. So minus a to the power of 3 is the same thing as minus 1a to the power of 3. Minus a to the power of 3 is the same thing as minus 1a to the power of 3. So, but since it is 1, there is no need to write it. But when you want to apply this, you must consider it. This will be minus 1 to the power of 2. 1 to the power of the exponent here is 1, a to the power of 3, and then you have 2 times a to the power of 4 all over minus 1 a to the power of 5. So you bring out the minus 1. It will help us out. So now we can allocate these two, multiplying each of them. So we have minus 1. 1 times 2 will give you 2. 3 times 2 will give you 6. So we have a to the power of 6 times a to the power of 4 all over minus 1. Sorry, this is 1 here. 1 times 5 will give you 5. Why do you raise minus 1 to another one? Yeah. When there is no exponent, there is an exponent. When there is no exponent, there is an exponent. But because the exponent is 1, there's no need to write it. So if you see any number or any, just know that the exponent there is 1. Right? Just know that the exponent there is 1. But we are bringing it out so that we can show our working. Yeah. So 1 times 2 gave us 2. 3 times 2 gave us 6. And that's how we got this. Then here 1 times 5 gave us 5. And a here also has an exponent, an invisible x1. So 1 times 5 will give us 5. So we have a to the power of 5. Okay. So now What is minus 1 squared? Means minus 1 times minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1. What's minus 1 times minus 1? What's minus 1? 1. Because negative times negative will give you positive. So we have, this will be 1a to the power of 6 times a to the power of 4 all over. What's minus 1 multiplying itself 5 times? Minus 1 multiplying itself 5 times. What do you get? For motion, say plus 1. Plus 1. Minus 1. Now to say minus 1. Okay. Now, if a negative number is raised to power an odd number, let's look at it. If a negative number, like let's use here, let's compare these two. A negative number is raised to power or even number, your answer will be positive. But if a negative number is raised to power an odd number, your answer will be negative. Let me repeat that. If a negative number is raised to an even number, the answer will be positive. But if a negative number is raised to an odd number, your answer will be negative. Let's confirm that. Minus 1 times minus 2 will give you plus 1. So these two come together to give you plus 1. So let me wipe them off. Then you have plus 1 times minus 1 will give you, both of these two will combine to give you minus 1. Then both of these two, minus 1 times minus 1 will combine to give you plus 1. Then plus 1 times minus 1 will combine to give you minus 1. Okay, so that means here we are going to have minus 1. So this will be minus 1 a to the power of 5. Minus 1 a to the power of 5. I'd like to wipe some of this out so that we can continue solving. Okay, so 1 a to the power of 6 is the same thing as a to the power of 6. So we have a to the power of 6 times a to the power of 4 all over minus a to the power of 5. Now, the sign here is a positive. The sign here, this here is a positive sign, but the value at the denominator is a negative sign. Someone will ask, how do we get there? One other thing we know in mathematics is, if there is no sign, that means the sign is positive. So since there is no sign here, we know that the sign is positive. The sign is positive. So positive divided by negative will make this entire thing to be equal to negative. Positive divided by negative will make everything here to be equal to negative a to the power of 6 times a to the power of 4 all over a to the power of 5. Let me see if anybody wants to ask a question concerning that. Okay, so a to the power of 6 times a to the power of 4, from the addition law, we know that we need to add the powers. So that will give us a to the power of 10 all over a to the power of 5. But everything has a minus. Everything has a minus. So a to the power of 10 divided by a to the power of 5, who can tell us the answer from what we have learned today? A to the power of 10 divided by a to the power of 5. Who can tell me the answer from what we have learned today? a to the power of 10 divided by a to the power of 5. A raised to the power of 5, correct? Because 10 minus 5 will give you 5. So our final answer will be minus a to the power of 5. That will be our final answer. Minus a to the power of 5. Yeah. Check out the list, forgetting the minus. The minus. So a to the power of 5, yeah. But minus a to the power of 5. Yeah, the person saying support for support is one of the reasons I will be teaching about how to grow your platform on TikTok. The person saying support for support is the reason it's one of the reasons I teach how to grow your platform on TikTok. Because if you know how to grow your platform on TikTok, you don't need to say support for support. Because anybody that follows you through that means does not really support you because he doesn't know you. But if you have gone through my platform before and you like my content and then you follow me, then the next time you see my video, you want to interact with it. But if you follow me based on support for support, if you see my video the next time, you might not want to interact with my video. I don't understand how you got a to the power of 5. Oh, probably you just joined us. From the beginning, we've learned. This is the fourth law we are learning today. We've learned 3 previous laws. Okay, we've learned 3 previous laws. Yeah, Chibi, if you want to join my WhatsApp group, all you need to do is go to my bio. There's a link there. You click. There's a link there. Then you see some options. Click to join my WhatsApp group. But some persons say they don't see that link. So if you cannot find the link, you can send me a DM stating that you were part of the live class today, and then you could not find the link. Then you can drop your phone number. With your phone number, I will add you to the group. You can send me a DM if you can't find the link. But if you can find the link, once you click on the link, a message will be sent to my assistant, who will add you to the group. Thank you, Chibi. Okay, so this is the last question we'll be solving today, but I'll be leaving a classwork or a homework for you guys. My live class starts 8 p.m. Nigerian time. I don't know, but in case you are not in Nigeria, let me tell you what the time is right now. Over here, the time is 9:41 p.m. So you can compare that with your time. The time over here is 9:41 p.m. So you can use that to calculate when 8 p.m. will be, when it will be 8 p.m. over there in your country, if you are not in Nigeria. So let me leave, while some person asks more questions, let me leave the assignment. So as I said earlier, the assignment is basically for those in the WhatsApp group, because to submit the assignment. Okay, if you missed the entire session, you can go watch the replay of it on my YouTube channel when I upload it tomorrow. Also, if you miss any of the classes, any of the days, because I come on live Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you miss any of the live classes, you can just go to my YouTube channel and watch the replay of that live class the next day. What class am I taking? I just take high school mathematics, junior high school, and then senior high school, depending on the country you are. In my country, we call it secondary school, junior secondary, senior secondary. For in some countries, they call it high school, so high school. Okay, so or assignment, either homework or assignment. if you look at the questions and it feels, am I taking basic 5? Basic 5. What's basic 5? What is basic 5? I think basic 5. Basic 5, I think it's primary school. Yeah, some topics I teach are primary school topics. Also, some of the students I teach in the US, they are primary school students. So I can teach primary school topics. I teach students that are in 4th grade, 3rd grade, 5th grade. So those are like primary schools back in Nigeria. So if these questions look difficult to you, then before, okay, you're preparing for JAM. Private lesson, and you're preparing for JAM, you need private lesson. For me, I don't think you need private lesson. If you join my WhatsApp group, between now and the JAM class, you should be prepared little by little. But my one-on-one tutoring, for many Nigerians, they say it's quite expensive because all my students are from the US and UK, Canada, and all that. So giving that same price to Nigerians, they most times say it's on the high side. But if you want to still discuss about that, you can send me. You can go to my link. There's an option. The link on my bio, there's an option for one-on-one tutoring. So you go there, click on the link, you see options, and one of the options is one-on-one tutoring. So we discuss about it and we come to an agreement. But where can I join your WhatsApp group? The link to the WhatsApp group is on my bio. So you go to my profile, you see a link, the link 3, there's a link there. So if you click that link, you see an option to join my free WhatsApp group. You see an option to to have one-on-one tutoring with me, an option to, I think I have an option to my YouTube channel and all that. So we have 3 questions that you can attend. If you are part of my WhatsApp group, you can do the assignment. I think there's one more question. That's sorry, I'm writing it over here. 1/8 into 2x squared. I hope that will be clear. Raised power 3. Okay. So those are the 4 questions. If you are part of my WhatsApp group, you can do those questions. Take a screenshot. I have an admin in my WhatsApp group, so it can be sent to her. We collate it, mark it, and send you back your answers or send you back your scores. And that's how we assess our students every week. Okay, so it is an academy. It's a free academy for my African followers, but there is limited number of students that can join because we cannot attend to everybody. So if we get the number of students we are looking for, we stop accepting at least for the next 1 year. But if you join our WhatsApp group and follow the classes, do your assignments, in 1 year time, you should be able to write any high school exam and do well. Okay, in 1 year, at least 1 year. We don't do a crash course. We follow step by step. Okay, so the topic we are learning today, it was something that was agreed by the students. So if you are part of the group, we make a vote every Monday what topic we are going to learn for that week. So the topic with the highest number of votes, that's the topic we are going to learn. But if a topic that has been taught before is voted for again, we only tell them to go watch the video in my YouTube channel. That's why this live session will be uploaded again on my YouTube channel. So anyone that wants to go watch it can watch it over and over and over. If this question, probably you're just joining and the question looks a little bit difficult for you, that means you missed majority of the class for today. By tomorrow, I'll be uploading this live class. I'll be uploading it to my YouTube channel, so you can go to my YouTube channel and still watch it and learn and then follow up. Also, if you are in the US, in the UK, or if you are in any country in Africa and you are willing and able to pay my one-on-one tutoring charges, which is not much for those that live in those countries. In fact, I am one of the parents that I tutor his child said I'm cheap labor. Yeah, but I know I'm cheap labor to them. So, but if you are in those countries, UK, US, Canada, and you need a one-on-one tutor for your child, you can go to my bio, click the link on my bio, and then you can contact me. You can just connect from there. Okay, so remember, you can join my WhatsApp group. The link is on my bio. Once you join the WhatsApp group, then you also be added to an interactive class where if you have an assignment and it is difficult for you, you can take a picture of it, drop it in that interactive group for students, and someone who knows the topic can help you solve it and explain to you, not just solving it, the student explain to you, so that that helps you out. Yeah, I do handle other subjects like sciences, physics, chemistry, not chemistry, physics, geography, and all that. But on TikTok, you have to focus on one thing that helps you to grow your platform. So if you're just doing different things, you might not be able to be known for something. So if you're on a platform like TikTok, you should be known for something. So on TikTok, I teach maths alone, but I have one-on-one tutoring for other subjects for those that are interested. Okay, so thank you for your time. This is the first class, actually. Okay, the second class. I had a class last week. So this is the second class, and then I'll be coming on live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and Friday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Saturday, 12 p.m. Nigerian time, I come on live to teach content creators how to grow their platform organically. If you go to my bio, you see that I have almost 400,000 followers. And I've not been going live. I've not been doing follow for follow and all those things. I have almost 400,000 followers. And also, I don't just make videos, I attract clients from all over the world. Okay? If you go to my bio, you see that I teach children from different countries, because there are many things I've learned on TikTok that has helped me to grow my platform. Okay, until next class, which is Friday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of the week. Adios.